Hi, it's Councilmember Jason Lyon, Pasadena District 7, with a new series of occasional videos we're calling Pasadena in Perspective. Many of you have been asking how the rapid-fire changes to the federal government will impact our city. It's a great question and one we definitely should be talking about. The point of this series is not to weigh in on the wisdom of the policy proposals coming out of Washington, although you're likely to hear some of that in our city council and committee meetings. Here, we're just looking at the policy changes proposed and how they intersect with Pasadena's interests. First up, given recent events here at home, is federal disaster relief. So far, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA, has been providing steady assistance since the Eaton fire broke out, with everything from helping to run the Incident Command Center with CAL FIRE and local agencies, including Pasadena Fire Department, to providing direct assistance to individuals who lost homes in the fire. The agency is also committed to reimbursing Pasadena for expenses already incurred due to the disaster, such as for our operating the region's emergency evacuation shelter. The concern here is with what changes are coming in the future. FEMA's current funding is expected to be exhausted later this month or early in March. And the president has said that continued funding may come with the imposition of conditions on the state in a way that's new for FEMA and hasn't really happened with previous disasters in the United States. Some of the conditions that have been floated, such as changes in California's forest management practices, are arguably relevant to the Eaton fire, although there's a slight complexity here in that the forest involved in this particular fire was not on state land, but in the Angeles National Forest, which is maintained by the U.S. Forest Service. So it's not clear that there's a nexus between the condition the federal government wants to impose and the disaster that occurred here in Pasadena. Other conditions floated by the president, though, don't appear to be related to the fire at all or to its root causes, such as imposing a voter identification mandate on the state. That proposal, if enacted as a condition on continued disaster relief, is likely to lead to an extended court battle because it raises important questions about the extent of federal authority over a policy arena, election management, that has traditionally belonged to the states. It's also not a condition the federal government has imposed nationally, so it raises equal protection issues. There are two prominent policy areas in which the administration is not talking about imposing conditions on funding, which are environmental safety and sustainability. Although extreme weather caused by global climate change was a major contributing factor to the Eaton fire, so far, policymakers in Washington are not looking to beef up practices to reduce greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Likewise, the federal government has said that it will not fund soils testing after the Army Corps completes its cleanup work to confirm that we're not going to have long-term health effects from heavy metals or VOC contaminants in the ash. Although, stand by for more on that as we continue to lobby our representatives in D.C. for a bill to fund soils testing. But perhaps the area of greatest concern for us locally is with the long-term picture. The current administration has said that it would like to get rid of FEMA altogether and leave emergency management to the states. The potential problem with that proposal is that states will lose not only the financial assistance FEMA provides, but also its enormous subject matter expertise in disaster management, to say nothing of the federal government's ability to leverage economies of scale in funding recovery. Getting rid of FEMA would be a huge hit for a lot of states, including potentially California, where we're rapidly evolving into a year-round fire season. But at least here, we have the economic strength and resilience as one of the largest economies in the world to pivot and manage the situation if we have to. For now, the next big step is securing the next round of funding for FEMA so the city can be reimbursed for its losses to date. I'll keep you posted as policies evolve. As always, if you have questions, you can reach me at jlyon@cityofpasadena.net.